Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a Link Joker deck profile. This is a Omega Glendios build. I actually thought I'd put this on my channel already, but apparently I didn't, so sorry for the delay. Here is my Omega Glendios deck profile. Yeah, let's get right into the deck. So, for starting Vanguard, we run Worldline Dragon. Pretty self-explanatory. During your ride phase, you may discard a reverse unit and then look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you can choose a Link Joker unit from that and add it to your hand. So this is a pretty good card. It helps you not get great stuck a lot of times, so that's why you run that. There isn't really anything else you could run in a Omega Glendios build, I guess. So yeah. Next, run 3 Omega Glendios. 3 is enough. 4 is too much because once you get that one copy, you pretty much don't need any more. So yeah, and you can search for it. So there's really no point in running more than 3. For those who don't know Omega Glendios' effect, it's Limit Break 5. If your opponent has 5 lock units during your main phase, at the beginning of your main phase, you win. So yeah, and his Limit Break 4 ability is the Omega Lock effect. So you may discard a reverse unit, kind of last one, and then after that, your opponent cannot unlock during their end phase. So it even works if they use their own lock effects. So if your opponent uses Rebirth and you have 5 damage and you can survive that turn, then you pretty much win. And then his third effect is when you call a reverse unit, you may lock one of your opponent's units. It's a pretty good effect. And next effect is all your Link Joker units gets plus 4k. So, or all your, not Link Joker, all your reverse units plus 4k. So it's pretty good. Your reverse units turn into 15k attackers. So yeah. Next, I'm on 3 Infinite Zero Dragon. Pretty self-explanatory. Break Ride, lock 1 front row, 1 back row, and then yeah, basically on turn you Break Ride, you should be able to lock 3 of your opponent's units. Break Ride, call a reverse unit, lock. So yeah, and then you'll probably use Omega Lock because why not? If you can. And then for the rest of the grade 3 line, I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reverse units. Yeah. Reverse Gladio is the only reverse unit you will ride into because he is Link Joker and you won't get owned by the Lord effect. His effect is actually decent too. So when you call a reverse unit, you may lock a card, and then after that, this unit gets plus 5k, so he becomes a 16k Vanguard. Of course, you can only use this once per turn, so it's not too broken. And then second skill is all your reverse units also get Link Joker, so that your Link Joker units can attack, because they won't have Lord anymore. Or they'll still have Lord, but they won't get restrained by Lord. And then he also has Lord, so yeah. And then you don't need to worry about these because you probably won't ride into them. You shouldn't ride into them, at least. So yeah. Next, for grade 2s, I run 4 of the, I forgot what his name. Basically, you attack. If your attack hits with this guy, you may counter the last 1. Or if your attack hits the Vanguard with this, I think his name is Magnet Hollow. Yeah, Magnet Hollow. If your attack hits the Vanguard with this card, you may counter loss 1 to search your deck for a reverse unit. So he is the optimal unit to ride into for grade 2, because if your opponent doesn't guard, you get a free reverse unit in your hand. And next, I run 4 Death Ray. Is he Death Ray? Cold Death Dragon. Basically, his effect is where this card is called to the rearguard circle, counterblast 1. Your opponent puts the top card of his deck into a rearguard circle in lock, and face down. So basically, he calls a locked unit from the top of his deck. So even if he has a unit in that circle, he has to call over it. So for example, he has 4 locked units, and then one unit that's not locked, he has to call on top of that, so that he'll have 5 locked units after that. Pretty self-explanatory. He does get a +1, but if you can Omega lock him to death, then that's pretty much all he's used for. So yeah. Next, for grade 1s. So I only went for 8 grade 2s because you can search, and you're mainly going to use your reverse units to attack anyway, so you don't really need these late game. Yeah. So grade 1s, I run for Rune Magician. Kind of less one, and when this card is called on your rearguard circle, if you have a Link Trigger Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your drop zone with reverse in its name for every different reverse units you have. So if you have 2 reverse units, you can pick up two reverse units. Mainly, she's used to recycle your reverse units because you kind of ditch a lot of reverse units, so you kind of need them. Yeah. So that's Rune Magician. I'm a little sick. Sorry. So next we run 3 of the Unflipper. He unflips damage for every different reverse unit you have on the field. So if you have 2 reverse units on the field, you can unflip 2 damage. So he's very good. I'm not running 4 because there's other stuff I want to run, and the grade lineups are pretty tight, so yeah. Next, I run 3 of the Guard Diverters. His name is, I don't remember his name. His name is Tabu Star-Vader Rubidium. Basically, if your opponent attacks your Omega Glendios, you can call this in the guard circle, and then you can choose a reverse unit on your field, and that attack changes targets. So if your opponent uses Rebirth to attack, they pretty much can't withstand because he didn't attack the Vanguard anymore. So, there's that. He's pretty good. I run 3 because if you don't have Omega Glendios as your Vanguard, this card's kind of useless, so yeah. And then next I run 2 Perfect Guards. You're still going to need Perfect Guards because, yeah, especially with Legion running around now, even if you run out of reverse units, then this card's pretty much useless. So you're pretty much going to use your backup plan, which is your Perfect Guards. For the trigger lineup, I run 6 crit, 6 draw, and 4 heal. You can run 6 stands over the 6 crit, but my personal preference in mirror matches, if your opponent also Omega locks you, the stands are kind of useless. So yeah, I'm just gonna run the crits for now. Yeah, and you need to run 6 stands because 6 draws because you want to draw into your reverse units as soon as possible. Also, you're mainly going to use your draw triggers to boost. Mainly, I use my draw trigger I call my draw trigger to boost my Vanguard early game because Omega Glendios can't really hit magic numbers unless you're playing a cross ride. Then you're going to call it a 7K. So yeah. Anyway, this is pretty much it for my deck profile. Next week I will be posting up some deck profiles of some other decks that I've been playing with. For example, the other dual card, the other triple R in the dual set, the Persona Blast one. I've been playing around with her. She's pretty fun. Been playing around with some other stuff, but Fighters Collection is also coming out the week after, I think. So there's going to be a lot of deck updates then. So yeah, this is Karataku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!